Regulation Basketball Association. It is your boy Kamish Moolah here live, and we are on the other side of the conference here for another conference finals matchup tonight, where we have the SBA Select up against Virtus. This is going to be a movie. Two stars, Moolah verse, going at it in this one, and I can't wait to see what we have in store here, guys. Shout out to my Noti gang in the building. Drop a hashtag Noti gang if you're here. We are here live in New York City as the SBA Select are the home team tonight. Shout out to my guy Michael Simmons in the chat. Thaddeus Hill in the chat. Yes, sir. SBA community, turn me up. Gotta go crazy tonight. The 5 show is in the building. Eric Ashley, a.k.a. Ash Erickson. Daniel Severio, a.k.a. Ariel. The MVP himself. It is my guy Ariel Severio, aka Daniel Severio's birthday. So let's give my guy a warm birthday welcome. Happy birthday, my guy. He's one of the most active and just one of the most active and just a true community guy here in the SBA and here in the Moolahverse period, man. This guy's support is second to none. You know, his compassion for others in the community, all the love he has shown over time. This is just the type of guy that you love in any community setting. So big shout out to my guy Daniel Severio, man. We appreciate you. And we're a family here in the Moolahverse, man. So you know how we give it up. We're competitive, man, but we're all brothers at the end of the day. And yes, sir, the #1 seed Select up against the #2 seeded Virtus, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I believe Virtus. No, Virtus was actually #3 seed. Upset the #2 seed Barcelona. But yes, sir, this game is about to be underway. The Select fans are going crazy. They're definitely excited that their team made it this far. And as you can see, the Select in those red uniforms. Red uniforms been giving us some luck, so I had to run it back. They got blood on that money, and I still count it. Future voice. That's what these jerseys remind me of, man. They got blood on that money, but I still gotta count it. Yes, sir. It's your boy Kamish Moolah live in the booth. Be sure to catch us on IG at SBA.2K. And before we get to this tip-off, you know how we rock SBA. We got to make sure them angles is right. And then we also got to make sure them sliders are correct. Hold up. Don't think I even changed that properly. Hold up. Let me make sure sliders is right real quick. Select that. 15. Yes, sir. And we are ready to go, fellas. Tip-off underway. It is the Select winning it. JJ Dynamite with the rock. And let's see what Dynamite has for us. Dynamite with the rock. Gets it to Eddie B. That's too easy, but Eddie wants to go to the lane. Matter of fact, finds Madsen. Short corner. No good. Eddie elected not to shoot the 3. Bit confused by that. But maybe he wants to take his time and settle into this one easy. Shout out to my guy AJ Carter, the college champion. As Virtus scores there. But shout out to my guy AJ Carter, point guard of Syracuse. They won the first ever college series championship. If you haven't checked that out, be sure to go check out that playlist on our channel. Eddie B in that lane. But Mike Simmons with the great defensive effort there. And Virtus trying to make this a 2-possession lead. Ramsey with the rock. Duke spliff all over him. Let's go, Duke. Lock in. Ramsey step back 3 and cheese. Danny Ramsey was an all-star, and in these playoffs, he is showing you guys why. 5-point game in favor of Virtus. Let's see what Eddie B has for us. Eddie B. JJ with a step back three of his own, right back at him. And that's what I like to see. That's a good sign for the Select, man. When this kid, Dynamite JJ Johnson, gets it going, the Select is a very, very dangerous team. Let's see what Dwight Wilkins has. He gets it to Mike. Mike wants to lean in three. No good. Duke with the rebound. And we love when Duke is bringing up the floor, initiating the play. We love when Eddie does it too. Eddie B with the rock. Looks like we're trying to get Duke open. Duke mid-range shot off the mark, but Ash, the Norway Nightmare, with the putback slam, brought to you by AT&T 5G Slam Cam on the replay. Big shout out to my AT&T guys for that one. But Ash Erickson throwing it down. This kid Ash has put in the work in the off season. He's at every game, stacking at SC, and it is paying off. Good defensive effort on the point guard. Actually, guard of the year, Mike Simmons. Right there, forcing a miss. JJ with another one. JJ being patient, though, getting it to Ash. Ash working on Anderson. We know that Anderson is tough down there, but let's see if Ash can work him. And Ash cannot finish. But Anderson is going to be called for the foul. And the Norway Nightmare is headed to the line for two. Let's see if the Norway Nightmare can count those pennies. If you haven't already, hit that like button, fellas. And drop a hashtag our league. Yes, sir. Ash heading to the line for two. Count your pennies. You know that these pennies are very important down the stretch. And ew. Ash misses the first one. But let's see if he can at least split. 5-5. We need a lead here. Let's go, Ash. Give us the first lead of the night. Free throw is good. Ash is going to split. Anderson to Mike. Magic Michael Simmons with the rock. Mike with the hezzy. Mike. Ramsey in the corner. Duke, you gotta stay awake on that one. Missed the shot, but that was a little too much daylight. And Duke says, I got one of my own on the way, coach. And Duke spliff, knocking down the three-pointer right there. Getting some payback on Ramsey for that last step back three. And let's see if Virtus has an answer. 5-9 right now. Mike answers back. And that's why Mike is so dangerous. Oh, man. You know how interesting that last matchup was. Duke split on the cut. Eddie B with the beautiful delivery. And hashtag roll another one as Duke slams it home. Wallace Washington with the spin. Dwight Wilkins, Wallace Washington, deep three off the mark, and that is Wallace Washington's first shot. But you know when this kid gets hot, he is a problem. Duke is looking like he has turned it around. I told you guys we were going to runs through Duke. And yes, sir, it is working in our favor. Shout out to my guy, the Juice, man. OJ Alberger in the building. Shooting guard for CB Canarius. Big shout out to them CB Canarius guys for getting that well-needed victory in a conference championship matchup last night versus Hopeful Tel Aviv. Be sure to check that one out if you haven't already. Ramsey with the rock. Ramsey trying to skip through mid-range shot. Very tough in traffic. Is going to be no good. Duke spliff with the rock. 11-8 Duke. Almost a dangerous pass right there, but Eddie corrals it. And Eddie with the pass to the Norway Nightmare. And I like that two-man game from the bigs right there. You guys didn't peep, but Madsen set Ash that backdoor screen, and that play worked to perfection. Shout out to my guy J.O. checking in. Wilkins, Dwight, three-pointers, good. 11-13, and that's why Dwight Wilkins is such a problem, man. So strong in a post on the interior, but he also can make you pay from the three-point line. Duke look like he's in that mode, playing aggressive. Good take right there, but actually good help from Mike Simmons on that one. He had Ramsey beat, and Mike just, stepped in front of the bigger Duke spliff and forced a very tough shot. Mike Simmons now with the rock. He wants the screen from Wilkins. That pick and pop could be dangerous. Mike gets to the mid-range, takes his time, and I thought that was a good shot. I like how he took his time, let the defense really settle back. But Mike off the mark, and a dime from Eddie B. Mike is 1 for 4 with 3 points, but we know he can turn that around fast. But big shout out to my guy Eddie B with the dime. And that's what Eddie B wanted to be. He wanted to be more of a playmaker. We know that he's more than capable of being a scorer. This guy Eddie B could average probably 25 a night. But he elected to go for that floor general role, and it takes a lot out of a guy to take that role. And Mike Simmons earning himself a trip to the line right there with a nice aggressive move. But back to my guy Eddie B, man. I'm telling you, this guy Eddie B really came to me and told me, man, I want to be that floor general and get my guys better. I'm not tripping off of the individual success. So I'm pretty sure a team is going to be happy to have him in ill. Mike Simmons clanking the first free throw off the front of the rim. Nasty miss. You got to count those pennies, Mike, especially when your team is trailing in a game that important. Big shout out to my guy Elias. No Limit Slum in the building. Also, shout out to my guy Honcho in the building. The SBA community has been tuned in and locked in. Yes, sir. Strength in numbers, guys. And I appreciate you guys for that support. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Duke Spliff in that lane. Mid-range shot off the mark. Also, Honcho, hit me up. I got to talk to you, my guy. Definitely been meaning to hit you. So hit me in the DMs for sure. After this game, Dwight Wilkins fouled on that play. Ash Erickson is going to be called for, and then Wilkins turning up, trying to get in the head of Ash Erickson. But we know the Norway Nightmare is no punk. Let's see if Wilkins can knock down these pennies. Wilkins free throw on its way. Swiss cheese, nothing but net. 13-15. Can he make it a 1-point game? Both teams with some substitutions. Mike and Ramsey both gonna get some rest. Also, they put Dante Anderson on, so some of those pivotal starters starting to make their way to the bench for Virtus. So it looks like the coach trying to ride that advantage. These guys may be a little bit tired, but he's gonna ride his starters. And JJ has to be more aware on that one. Can't just be turning over the ball, but Skip Day gets it back. Good defense by Skip. And JJ trying to push it, but he's going to hold it. Almost lost it there. Eddie B has the smaller guy on him. Eddie was in the post just axing for the rock. He was like, give it to me. Come on, I got Hill on me. Soon as his guy noticed, got it to him down low, and Eddie B with the easy turnaround layup. In the franchise, man. That's why you gotta love a guy like him on your team. Like I said, unselfish guy. Although he can average 25 points a game, he elects to average 18 and 8. And then Eddie B also just so tough on the interior, on the outside. Man, just can do it all for real. Gotta love it, man. 14-17. Select with a 3-point lead in his first quarter. It was a decent first quarter. I want to say that the Select pretty much controlled it, but, you know, it was still just very, very close. Very close. Early on, Virtus had an early lead, but ever since, like, I believe about 7-5, 8-5, I believe we was able to, you know, keep them at bay. But you know, with the scorers of Virtus, at any moment, these guys can explode. Wallace Washington, wild shot, no good. But Mike Simmons, Danny Ramsey, and Wallace Washington is such a problem. You cannot sleep on them at any moment. Woods, three-pointer, good. And there goes that guy Woods, man. I'm telling you, I gave him a start at the end of the season to try to show what's up. Didn't have that much of a good game. But every time he comes off that bench, three-pointer off from Wallace Washington, every time Woods come off that bench, he kind of give us the spark that we need, man. Sheldon Woods just coming up big right there. Let's hope that he can continue that effort. Art Blackman trying to get him a good shot and got to that little mid-range shot right there, but off the mark. Art Blackman, another key role player, a guy that we're excited to get back. To Gabe Sturt, called for the foul, and that is an and one for the big guy Pavin. Let's see if he can count this penny at the free throw line. Wallace Washington headed to the bench. And can Virtus make this a 3-point game? That was a tough move right there. Cannot lie. Let's see. And make it make sense. Free throw on the way. Ugly shot. That looked like the Sean Marion right there. But Swiss cheese, nothing but net. 3-point game in favor of the Select. Fox, mid-range shot. Don't like that shot selection. But Fox is one of those guys, a bit of a volume shooter and has a ton of potential. When this kid gets it going, he can be a problem. Vincent with the rock. Vincent to Myers. Myers wants the screen from Pavin. Myers bounce pass. Stolen away. Good defense by Art Blackman. Art Blackman on the break. Art gets it to Sheldon Woods. A second three-pointer line up and had a bit of daylight. But that one right there is off the mark. Myers. Myers to Vincent. Vincent lines up the three. Nice look. And Vincent is going to make the defense pay for being a second late off of that screen. And now we're all knotted up at 20 with 2 minutes left in this first quarter. Art Blackman, what do you have? Art surveying the floor, almost lost it, but got it back. Art through the lane, and he's fouled by Hill. Let's see if Art can knock down his pennies, man. We need these. Art Blackman with a chance to put us up 2 with a minute and 50 left. And yes, if you hear me saying us, is because I am your commissioner, but I'm also general manager of the SBA Select and the Overseas Tour. You know, I want to have some fun here too, guys. You feel me? I want to experience the league as well. I didn't want to get a pro team because I know guys are going to be complaining regardless. But I want to have some fun too. So I got me my overseas team. You know what I'm saying? Overseas is our, you know, league under the pros. And, you know, I'm cultivating that talent on one of the teams for the next level. So we're always going to compete. As you can see, we're here in this conference championship. And it's up to you guys to outwork me, man. If you want an overseas team and an overseas tour to be better than the SBA Select, be a player or become a GM of one of these overseas teams and show me what you got. If you're going to complain, though, I don't want to hear it. Step back three off the mark to Gabe Sturk. Rebound, Blackman to Fox. Fox surveying the floor. Fox to Art. I love this kid Art's game. Float in that lane off the mark, but I also love the game of Skip Day. He has been a pivotal piece of what we wanted to do all season long, and Skip Day with the follow-up. Skip Day, man, was a key role player for us, but I think that if this guy takes his chance in the draft, somebody will take a chance on him. Skip Day is truly a talent. I think he was a bit overshadowed by Lance Madsen and Ash Erickson, but I think if I can retain Skip Day and some of these young guys, you guys are in trouble again. And oh, I thought that was going to be a foul on the screen, but they're actually going to call it on Myers. Myers was a bit too excited to get through that screen. And because we're in a bonus, Sheldon Woods is going to the line.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is up, and it is good. 20-25. Sheldon Woods' second free throw, good. Myers with the rock. Good ball movement at the top. Good defense right there from the Select. Sheldon Woods with the rock. Sheldon Woods surveying the floor. Okay, he's going to stop, take his time on the break. And I like when my guys are being patient. I'd rather them be patient than force up bad shots. I hate when I see that from a lot of teams. Fox with the rock. There goes this kid Fox. This kid is aggressive, but he is talented, and nice little pick and roll action. And there goes that man again, Skip Day. Fox and Day, man. I'm telling you, I could cook something with these guys, man. If I could keep these guys and stop them from getting into that trap, man, I can definitely do something. Hill, step back three, off the mark. Woods on the rebound. Woods surveying the floor. He gets it to Fox. Fox, okay. Gonna hold for the last shot here. Let's see what D'Angelo Fox elects to do. 2 seconds. He's gonna have to put one up. Gotta get something better than that, but he knocks it down. Oh my God, I cannot complain. Knockdown 3 right there from D'Angelo Fox. Don't get him confused with De'Aaron Fox. They kind of look alike, though. Might be his cousin or something. I gotta ask him, guys. I never asked him that question, but I might have to ask him. The talent might run in a family. Dwight Wilkins, three-pointer there, then a layup from Ash. Vincent knocking down this three, and it has been back and forth action in this first quarter. But the SBA Select with a nice little lead here right now. Let's see if we can build upon this lead and keep taking it to Virtus here in this one. 31-20. 11-point lead. And let me see those twos in the chat. SBA community. Shout out to my guy Suave Cortez in the building. Suave Cortez, shooting guard / point guard for Real Madrid. And my guy Suave Cortez, really a great addition to the Moolahverse family, man. Ever since this guy came on, he just fit right in with the community, shows love. And even when he can't be active, it still be feeling like he here because he just made his presence. And he's such a cool guy. Shout out to my guy Suave Cortez, man. Nice move from Mike Simmons. And this is why Mike is just so tough. Timely baskets. When you think Virtus is out of it, Mike is going to come knocking on the door. And another timely basket right there to cut this deficit to 9. And Duke Spliff. What a tough move in a lane. And Duke Spliff is fouled. He's headed to the line for 2. Let's see if Duke Spliff can count these pennies and extend this lead. Duke, we need them. You know how important these can be. Yes, sir. SBA community is in the building. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Shout out to my guy, Penny Ocean, point guard of Virginia, well, former point guard of Virginia. He actually declared, so you know, the official declaration day, the official day to declare for the draft has not came yet, but we've seen a lot of talent amongst multiple series, you know, declaring for that draft. So it's going to be interesting to see on the official declaration day who's going to be putting their bid in to go to that draft. That's going to be so exciting to see. Speaking of which, shout out to my guy, Zaniel Fenton, a.k.a. Zanatti, in the building. Offensive player of the year. And speaking of offense, Danny Ramsey knocking down a 3 right there off the screen. Duke was trying to get over the bigger Wilkins, who set the screen, but he couldn't in time. And that's just going to be too easy for Ramsey. But a nice layup right there from the franchise, Eddie B. Eddie B, the rec legend. Just really showing us how it's done, how you know, just play the point guard position at an exceptional level this season. Good defense right there from the Norway Nightmare meeting. The guard of the year at the rim, and Eddie B. Oh my God, and 1. But look out below because you know that Eddie B can take flight. And that one was almost it, but Eddie B really taking charge in this one. And I'm liking what I'm seeing from my point guard, man. This is why I'm telling you guys. I do my homework. I was in that rec, and we put together a monster here in this SBA Select, man. Top of the top, cream of the crop, and you know how we rock. 15 viewers live. I need you to hit that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe if you're new, man. This is the Simulation Basketball Association, and it is your boy, Kamish Moolah. I'd advise you to tune into the live chat where we have a bunch of users and community members of the Moolahverse. Tune into the action. And Mike Simmons leaning 3 off the mark. Also, be sure to follow us on IG at SBA.2K. Ash Erickson going coast to coast, but not able to finish. And that's so dangerous. Ash has been expanding right in front of our eyes, guys. Ash has been growing his game and elements of his game right in front of our eyes. And a block right there from the Norway Nightmare. And he says, "You can't see me." Ash Erickson actually appeared on a wrestling promotion this weekend. Not sure if you guys saw in the Discord chat, but my guy Ash Erickson appeared on a wrestling promotion, and he had his red SBA Select jersey on and everything. It was super fire to see. Big shout out to my guy, the Norway Nightmare, and all his, you know, endeavors and sponsorships and business opportunities outside of our league, man. Ash has really been doing his thing. Check out his Instagram as well on IG. And yeah, man, my guy Ash, like I said, just evolving that game right in front of us. Look at Ash taking matters into his own hands, and Ash with a basket. Okay, Ash. Ash is like, it's like he heard me, bro. As soon as he heard me, he just started going right at Dwight Wilkins one-on-one. And wow, I promise you guys, I don't have a controller in my hand. These guys just be hearing me. It's like when I just know my league well, man. I just know my league well. It's crazy. It's like I be speaking on things, and they just start happening. It's crazy. And this is actually live. It's not pre-recorded. This is live. I mean, you guys obviously know that because I'm interacting with the guys in the chat, but I'm telling you, man, like, yeah, this is no graphics card, nothing. This is straight legit, man. As soon as I start talking about the Norway Nightmare starts to turn up. The guys in the chat are going crazy, and this is what I love about the league. Just so much support for the guys playing. And they're egging Mike on as well, but Mike with another miss. The defense have been all over Mike, and this is what I like about my guy Eddie B. He sits down, but Mike wants the screen. And although my guy Eddie B locks up on defense, Mike is going to work to get that shot. He's going to work to get that shot. Knockdown three-pointer is good. My guy JJ Dynamite with the step back. That is his second step back three of the night, and just so beautiful. Is that becoming a trademark of the young Dynamite? And Mike trying to answer back, but ill. Good defense by my guy Eddie B. JJ to Eddie. Eddie wants a three, no good, but Madsen gets the offensive board, and Madsen with the finish. There goes Lance Madsen, not a flashy guy, but gets the job done. He has been killing things on the interior with Ash Erickson all year long, and I think Lance Madsen is a heavily underrated big man in this league, man. Heavily underrated in the overseas tour because he's not as flashy of a scorer as so many guys, but I'm telling you, this guy is very talented. The talent around him really, I feel like, nerfed some of his ability, or not nerfed, but overshadowed his ability. But trust me, man, this guy is a beast. Wallace Washington in that lane. It might have been an and one if Madsen didn't come and throw that thing out of there. But another tough foul by the Norway Nightmare. He's really making these guys earn everything, and I love it. 45-27, very convincing lead right here. I'm very comfortable with this. But of course, this is a best of 5 series, guys. So it's the first of 3 wins, man, and we're going to try to knock these out early. Definitely not going to try to have these guys coming back and sneaking us at home. So we got to handle business. Still a lot of time left. But I'm liking what I'm seeing for my SBA select guys. I think we're getting into the right guys at the right moments. We're sharing the ball well. And Eddie B is cooking right now. Eddie B and JJ is really doing their thing. Ash is playing with a high motor right now. I feel like Duke is not playing with the highest of a motor, but because everybody else is playing well, you know, it's good. It's smooth sailing. He's not playing bad. He's just not forcing things. And I like when Duke is playing like that. Duke, mid-range shot, forces a shot right as I say he isn't forcing things. I'm telling you guys, something about my league. The universe is universing. Mike Simmons almost back court there. Not sure where he was going. Might have thought he had a defender behind him. But there goes that dangerous pick and pop with him and Wilkins. And almost another basket. But the Norway Nightmare bringing it up the floor again. Ash really trying to, I'm telling you, man. Ash has been, you know, his confidence in his offensive game has really elevated. And you just seen it all season long. Nice move right there from the Norway Nightmare. He has the mismatch. And there he goes, talking a little trash in the ear of Mike Simmons. Those stats are not accurate on the screen, guys. So pardon, but that was a beautiful move right there from the Norway Nightmare. And Ash is really working. Not sure if you guys paid attention, but Ash has some of, like, one of the highest VC, you know, has some of the most VC in the league. And he saved his points for the playoffs. So it's just like, you know, like this guy, I hate to be that guy, Ash, but my guy said too small, Magic Mike. Yo. Nah. Let me not be that guy. Let me be a little bit more mature here. But I just caught that in the chat, and I ain't gonna lie, that was the first thing I thought of. But here we go. Wallace Washington tries to skip through that lane. But another tough foul right there from the Norway Nightmare. And Wallace Washington is headed to the line for 2. Let's see if Wallace Washington can knock down his pennies. First free throw is good. Second free throw is on its way. Mike Simmons, he said, why is Why in the world is a small 6'2" Simmons playing down low? That boy Ash is making it hard for guys to, you know, not like to switch, because off the rebound, Ash is taking off. We haven't seen him, you know, force mismatches like that, but off those rebounds, Ash Erickson has just been taking it up the floor, and the guards, you know, unfortunately, Mike Simmons is the only one back. Duke Spliff, mid-range look, and that is a beautiful mid-range shot right there from Duke Spliff. Roll another one. We definitely got to get the merch going, guys. I'm about to start making some personalized merch for the SBA players, man, and then splitting the profits with my players, man, because some of you guys have some marketable players, and there goes Wallace Washington with the mid-range shot right there, coming right back at Duke Spliff. But how would you guys like that, man? If I made some personal gear, man, like a Duke Spliff roll another one shirt, like it won't have him on it, but it'll be like what our slogans were, like ill, roll another one, things of that nature. Nice move right there from Duke again. And Duke Spliff, 11 points, 4 of 8 from the field. And I guess we're going to be smacked tonight, because you got to roll another one after that basket. But another basket right there from Virtus. And Virtus is low-key starting to pick up, guys. They're low-key starting to pick up. But here goes my guy, Duke Spliff. Ooh, I done knocked that down. He checked from the midi, but Duke can't cast the check on that one. Mike Simmons, pump fakes. Looking to work on Eddie. Gets a good mid-range look, but I love the defensive effort from Eddie B in this one. I'm really loving the defensive effort from my guy Eddie B. Really clamping down. Duke Spliff in the post. Hezzy, turnaround. Mike Simmons, too small. And that one is another basket for the SBA Select. Duke Spliff starting to turn up in this second quarter. He has 13 points on 50% shooting, guys. Mike Simmons says absolutely to the merch. Yes, sir. I think we got to pull that trigger, J.O. I think it's about time. And Wallace Washington, ew. We're going to use that ew for a good one right there, for a good, in a good way, because that move right there was nasty. Oh, my God. Did you see how pretty that was? That little drifter, Swiss cheese, nothing but net. Ooh. I love it. Wallace Washington, man. Even against my team. Just look how excited that shot got me. Whoa. That was cold. That was definitely cold, Ash. That was cold. That boy is not one of them. I'm telling you, he's going to make a pro team happy. And you know what's an interesting fun fact that I just found out, guys? Wallace Washington's original position is actually point guard. He's a secondary shooting guard. He was moved to the 2 by me because Mike Simmons is smaller. But Wallace Washington is actually a 1. So that's going to be interesting to see pan out at the next level. 3-pointer on the way. Fox, no good. The next level. Will Wallace Washington go to the 2 after teams seen him play the 2? Or will a team take a chance on him at the 1? And a nice slam in transition right there from Danny Ramsey to cut it into this lead. 39-53. Art Blackman surveying the floor. Double W. I like that. But Swiss cheese. Okay. Okay, things are starting to heat up offensively. Teams are answering each other back. Anderson in the post. Skip Day was outmatched, and he helped. And then once again, another helping effort from Skip Day, sending that one back. Skip Day, I told you guys, this guy is one of the unsung heroes here in the SBA Select, and right on key, Skip Day with the resilience. And as we're ringing, we're really pouring it on. Almost a 20-point lead here in New York City. Our home crowd is into this one. Hill with the rock. Let's see what he got. Hill gets it to Anderson. Anderson in the post. We're going to send a double because Tugay Sturk is not that big of a 4. He's a stretch. But, of course, that's going to lead to mismatches down low. And now Bilotis, the 7-footer, with an offensive rebound and a slam. 41-58. We still have the lead, but let's see if we could trim this lead. Blackman Blackman in the post to Skip Day. Skip Day in the lane. Good defense right there from Bilotis, but Sheldon feeling it. 3-pointers on its way. No. And I'm not delayed, guys. My reaction was just a little bit delayed on that one. Vincent with the rock, surveying the floor. He gets it down to Bilotis. Bilotis has the mismatch. That is too easy. Bilotis, the 7-footer, versus D'Angelo Fox. Come on, guys. Come on, you got to double down that one. Don't just play smart when you're hot. Did you see how they were smart enough to double when Tagaba Sturk was in the post when they were hot? But do you see how when the heat went away, how stupid they got again, and they were just about to let that little guy just get manhandled in the post? So I'm telling you guys, them attributes in them areas is key, because little defensive tweaks. If you got guys with bad help defense IQ, if you got guys with poor defensive awareness on your team, that's where you'll see those little lapses on defense where they don't double, they don't pick up, they don't stop the ball. Those are those things. When y'all see that dumb stuff with like a little guy guarding a big man, it's because the situation awareness of, you know, certain players are just not that good. And Pavin knocking down a 3, the stretch big Pavin off the bench, showing what he can do. And Pavin has so much potential. Still a young guy. I think he's going to take, you know, some more time overseas to develop. But I'm telling you, this guy Pavin definitely has some potential, man. They got some potential. And the select is going to have to wake up, man. Virtus really trimming into this lead. Art Blackman, these are very important free throws because Virtus was able to cut this lead down. Art knocking down the first one, 59-46. Let's see if he can follow up on a second free throw and extend this lead to 14. Free throw good. 2 for 2 for Art Blackman. Appreciate you for your efforts, my guy. 15 seconds left. Dion Hill. Hill surveying the floor. 8 seconds left. He wants to hold for the last shot. He wants to pick from Pavin. Oh, wants to actually get it to Vincent. That was a beautiful misdirection. And Vincent at the buzzer making this an 11-point game. Wow. That was a beautiful play, and it was executed to a T by Virtus. I just can't even hate about that. You know, that's crazy. And that's all CPU coach and CPU GM, man. That's why, you know, I trust my guys. I trust my guys, man. I trust my AI coaches and GMs because they get it done, man. Look, they put this Virtus team together and got them all the way to the conference chip against me. So these AI coaches and GMs are doing something right. And I'm not going to replace them unless you're a guy that's really active and really know what you're doing. So come correct, man. If you want to, you know, lead a team here in the overseas tour, I'm pretty sure Michael Simmons is very happy at how his generic organization treated him. Mike Simmons in the chat. Let me know how you felt about Virtus. This is like a mid-game interview since I see you in the chat, Mike. Let me know how Virtus has treated you. I know they're a generic team, but what has been your experience in an SBA overseas tour playing for Virtus? Drop a comment in the chat if you're still here, Mike, and let me know. Also, if you're here, hit that like button if you haven't already. Halves in the chat. Yes, sir. Take a look at that bracket. CB Canarius with the win last night. Oh, you gotta love it. 3-pointer right there from Fox. Ash Erickson imposing his will. Had a good first half. Although we blew a lead, he was up by, you know, 20, almost 20 at a point. You know, that lead was unfortunately trimmed down, but we still have a lead. So we're just going to look on the bright side of things. We're going to have a, you know, glass half full mindset. Still going to talk my talk to these guys at the half and make sure they're not falling asleep. But at the half, Danny Ramsey leading the charge for Virtus. 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. And for us, it is none other than the Norway Nightmare, Ash Erickson. Yes, sir. My guy Ash doing his thing. I told you Ash has been developing right in front of our eyes. It's been fun to watch this story of the Norway Nightmare unfold. We know after a disappointing high school senior campaign where player of the year in the college series, Trevon Grayson took out Ash Erickson back in high school. Ash had nowhere to go. Didn't get the offers he wanted. Thought that he should have got offers from higher level teams. And nice move from Wallace Washington. W times 2, man, is just elite. Peep the move. Oh my God. Mobile 1 drive, and he deserved that one. But like I said, the Norway Nightmare didn't have any offers, wasn't happy. Went to Norway. Really tapped in. The coach out there in Norway took Ash under his wing. Told me that he'll get him ready for the SBA by the time he'd get back. I went out there. I scouted the kid. I invited him to a rec session, and he's been getting better every step of the way. So big shout out to the Norway Nightmare. A nice patient play right there. Not sure what that was. Danny Ramsey a bit too aggressive right there, trying to body up with the veteran Duke Spliff, street ball legend. And Duke Spliff's gonna head to the line for 2. Let's see if Duke can count those pennies. Duke, we need this. This is the second half, Duke. We need this. Let's go up 1-0, Duke. Let's go. We're one step away. I could taste the championship. First free throw, good. 61-51. Of course, this is still a best of 5 series. So first to 3 wins. We're going to try to get that done. Of course, we won that first series in a sweeping effort. No pun intended. Second free throw, good for Mr. Spliff. Roll another one. You know his slogan, ladies and gentlemen. Danny Ramsey with the rock. Gets a good look. Duke a bit behind. But I think that was a weird kind of shot, a weird angle for Danny Ramsey right there. And that one is off the mark. Definitely capable of hitting that shot, but that one just a bit awkward. Duke Spliff with the rock off the screen. He has Wilkins. Duke trying to take it right to the big guy Wilkins, and Duke showing the younger Dwight Wilkins like, you're a big dude, but I got that grown man strength. Roll another one. 17 points for the street ball legend, and when we get in this book, he gets in his bag. Good defense. I told you, Madsen is super underrated. JJ got caught slipping in the air, but Madsen saves the day with a block. Eddie B, give me 3 off the mark, and Wilkins gonna secure the board over Ash Erickson. Ash looked like he could have had that. Ramsey for 3. Got a good look in transition, but good defense right there. Just good enough closeout, I guess, for Duke. And Duke kicks it to the franchise. The franchise back to Mr. Spliff. Mr. Spliff, 5 seconds left. Trying to get crafty. Step back. Tray ball. Can he hit? Off the mark. Good defense by Ramsey. And Ramsey and Duke, that is a beautiful matchup to watch. Both of those guys very talented. Both all-stars. So, this is a star-studded series we have here. A lot of all-stars. Turnover from Wallace Washington. JJ with it. Dynamite slows it down. Dynamite taking his time. He's a young guy, but coach must have got in his ear because this guy is moving like a vet out here. Very poised game for JJ. Not forcing shots we used to seeing him force. Had to force that one, but there goes that man Madsen once again. I'm telling you, Madsen is one of those guys who may not, be the flashiest guy, show up on the stat sheet with wowing numbers. But I'm telling you right now that Madsen is a problem. And I would agree with you, Mike Simmons. You guys are high-powered offensively, but I do think you guys may be a bit small for the select. Do think you may be a bit small. Dante Anderson was imposing his will in the last series. Really played tough against Barcelona. That free throw off the mark from Madsen, though. Got to knock that down. But in this series, Dante Anderson is not looking as dominant as he was looking in that series with Barcelona. And we do know that Barcelona was lacking, that real true center. Yes, they had Jabari, and Jabari's tough. But, when you're dealing with, the young guy that, the young 7-footer, he's a big guy. But Dante was just outworking him and just outskilling him. I think here where you got Madsen and Ash Erickson, it poses a bigger challenge for Dante Anderson and is forcing him to play in a way he's not used to. Our bigs here in the select are very defensive, you know, defensive minded, not too much of offensive guys. They get the job done. They're more so, you know, complementary on the offensive end. They get our guys open with screens, pick and rolls, and things of that nature. So I think that's very uncomfortable for Virtus in this one. I think that, yeah, like Mike said, I think that you guys just look a bit too small. You guys do got a couple of bigger guys on your bench. If you want to, you know, give those guys a crack, Mike, let me know. You more than deserve that. You more than earned that right here. So let me know if you want to go with a bigger lineup. But Dante Anderson is your highest overall center. However, he is a bit undersized compared to the bigs of the select. So it's your call. JJ with the rock. JJ trying to skip through that lane. Don't like the play right there. Like, you just forced that one, JJ. Mike now on the break can make you pay. But Mike Simmons have not been as hot as we used to seeing from him. Guard of the year, if I have to say, might be getting outplayed by Eddie B in this first matchup. 3-point look good, but off the mark. The shadiest, Shady McGrady in the building. Big shout out to my guy Teresa McGrady, small forward of Hopeful Tel Aviv. Sorry, he was on Real Madrid, but was traded to Hopeful Tel Aviv. Pardon me on that one. Danny Ramsey, gotta watch your foot, my guy. Stepped out of bounds there. He thinks it was because of the contact. Gives a ref a nasty look. He's going to give it up on the inbound. Duke goes for 3 on that one. And I'm not mad at the play call from Duke on that one, but that one clinks. Mike Simmons with the rock. Mike Simmons to Wallace Washington. 3-0. Wallace. Good. And this is what we mean, man. This is what I'm talking about. If you fall asleep and allow Virtus to stick around, look at how they start chomping down on that lead. And then next thing you know, Mike Simmons is hitting a game winner. SBA Select, we have to wake up and take it to these guys. Can't allow these guys to, you know, keep it going. Ash forced one. Don't like that shot right there. But here we go. Mike Simmons with the rock. Gets it to Wallace Washington. Wallace Washington doing too much. And Duke with the steal. Duke has the mismatch. Midi. Turnaround. Good. Duke spliff. Roll another one. 19 points on 7 of 14 shooting for Duke spliff. And Duke putting on a show here in front of this home crowd. Wilkins trying to work on Ash. Ash, the Norway Nightmare. Great defense. And you're not going to get that off on Ash. Come on. Got to do better than that. Eddie B to Ash. Ash surveying the floor. They're trying to run the play through Ash. Let me find out. Duke wants the screen. Duke for 3 off the screen. And Duke is going crazy. As you can see, doing his signature roll. Another one. And there we go. Mike silencing the crowd for a second, though. When we talk about timely baskets, another one from Mike Simmons. 48% for the select from the field in this one. 40 for Virtus. Timeout select. When Mike silenced that crowd, we're going to just talk things over and make sure it's not going to get out of hand. After the timeout, let's see if we can answer right back with a bucket of our own. After Mike hit that tough mid-range, I think that'll definitely, you know, take a bit of heart out of this Virtus team as they're trying to come back. If we keep just matching their baskets, it has to break their spirit at some point and then get us over that 20-point hump, man. So let's see how this one pans out. Eddie B off the screen. Eddie gets it to JJ in the corner. Swiss cheese. You got to knock that down. And he does. Yes, sir. We are definitely selecting in this one. 17-point game in our favor. But another good play set up from Virtus and company. Mike Simmons taking his time. Gets it to Wallace Washington. Wallace putting pressure on the defense and earning a trip to the line. So Dynamite knocks down a 3, but here goes Mike Simmons and company taking their time, getting another quality look to trim into this deficit again. And these guys are dangerous, I'm telling you. It's the methodical approach. It's the slow grind, better than no grind approach for this Virtus team. They know and trust that when they offense get it clicking, that they could get it done. And they've, exerted that trust and displayed that trust in each other time and time again, with comeback wins or just late game wins where, Mike Simmons and Wallace Washington is able to put it away. And these guys went 7-4 on the season. So it's a very good record, man. To go 7-4 in an 11-game season is definitely a very good team effort. That shows that your team knows something when they could put it together like that. Duke Spliff gets a good mid-range look after denying the screen a couple times. And Duke is definitely in that dispensary bag in this one. 24 points for the Conference Player of the Year in the Conference Championship. So way to wake up for Duke in this one. Guys were questioning his abilities after, seeing, him not be what we've seen all season in that first round. I don't think he played bad in the first round. He just wasn't forcing things. He went with a different look. But guys were calling Duke out, trying to get in his head. But he is showing you guys tonight that he is definitely more than capable of taking over the way you guys are used to seeing from him. So Hill with the rock. Hill surveying the floor. Let's see. Can Virtus cut into this deficit a little deeper? Nice pass from Hill to Pavin. And Pavin with the layup over the head of the Norway Nightmare. 15-point game. 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Eddie B, what do you got? Looks like he's trying to get it to Dynamite. Gets it to Dynamite and then now to the Nightmare. The Norway Nightmare. Nice move. And Pavin, the Norway Nightmare got away with a little push-off with the offhand because that push-off gave him just the room he needed to put the little lay-in over Pavin. And if it fits his ships, if it works, it works, man. I'm not hating. The ref didn't call an offensive foul. We'll take the buckets. The Norway Nightmare, like I said, been adding to that bag. But speaking of a bag, Wallace Washington between the legs, quick pass to the corner, but Hill smokes the 3. Norway Nightmare gives it up to Eddie B. Eddie B surveying the floor. Eddie B to Dynamite. Dynamite off of a couple screens. Gets it to Ash. They want to give Ash a couple opportunities, but good defense from Bilotis and Mike Simmons. Check out Bilotis and Pavin. Those are the two bigger guys that you have off the bench. They're not as good as Dante Anderson. However, you can run both of them, in a lineup if you want. Just let me know and I'll make the changes. But do your homework. I would say that this is a conference championship matchup. Do your homework. Make sure that's what you want to do before pulling the trigger. Hill going to the line for 2. 77-60. 17-point lead for the Select. Can Hill count his pennies and make this a 15-point lead? Once again, we still haven't been able to get over that 20-point hump. And I think if we're able to get over that hump at some point in this second half, I think the game is pretty much secured in our favor. Virtus making some changes again. So are we. Gonna elect to rest those starters and get them ready for that fourth quarter push. Vincent, second free throw on its way up and good. 62-77, 15-point game. Blackman to Fox. Fox, tray ball, no good. Got a good look, nice open look, lined it up properly. He can make you pay, but that time couldn't catch the check. Hill thought he was going to go for that step back 3. Bilotis, here goes Bilotis, the 7-footer, looking to take a hook over to Gabe Sturk. And Bilotis, a 7-footer, but not too coordinated. We'd like to see him make a nice coordinated move when you got a mismatch like that. Got to work on that offensive game if you're Bilotis. And now Skip Day has a mismatch, baby food. Can we finally get over that 20-point hump? Virtus shooting at 39% on the night, and we're shooting it just under 50 at 49%. Going to be hard to beat us when we're shooting it that effectively. And Hill, ooh, that was jelly. Did you guys see that? That is what you call jelly. He's in New York City and showing off the gels. That was beautiful right there. Sheldon Woods, 3-pointer lined up, and Sheldon Woods knocking down the three. This guy must just be better off the bench, man. We tried to give him a starting opportunity. I think he missed every shot. I don't think he made a field goal in that game. But in this one right here, made 2 timely threes off the bench. But Balad is trying to answer back with a 3 of his own. Off the mark. And Dante Anderson, the small, definitely a smaller big, smaller than most of the select guys. But Dante Anderson with the big play on that one. And this guy usually plays pretty big. However, like I said, going to be hard to outwork Madsen, Skip Day, and the Norway Nightmare on a nightly basis. Myers to Hill. Hill, another nice layup in the lane. And now the bench really starting to unravel here for the select. Virtus is getting too comfortable. And I'm not liking what I'm seeing. Blackman, three-pointer knockdown. Let's go. That was a big-time basket from Art Blackman, and I love it. D'Angelo Fox saying, count that thing. In SBA community, let me get those 4s in the chat. Yes, sir. 4s in the chat. 4s in the chat, guys. Fourth quarter is almost underway. And I love the SBA. I can't wait. Let's see how this goes. Yes, sir. 11 viewers live. Hit that like button if you haven't already. This is the Simulation Basketball Association. To keep up with all things SBA, drop a comment in the YouTube to get to our Discord, or follow us on IG at SBA.2K. Fastest growing sim league out there, man, where anything is possible. Be sure to also join the Moolahverse, man. We don't only, provide basketball. Football on the way, wrestling on the way, and Wallace Washington with the 3, 71-85. This game is still within striking distance. A lot of time left, 10 minutes on the clock. Duke, 3, good. Roll another one as Duke Spliff knocks down a big-time 3, and Duke Spliff has just been way too much for Virtus and company. Danny Ramsey has no answer for him. I'm not going to blame it all on Ramsey, though, because he is scoring off of screens. And Wallace Washington with another timely basket. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the lack of offensive execution for Virtus, or is it the lack of defense that is hurting them more in this game? You guys let me know. Is it the defense that is hurting Virtus, or is it the lack of offense? Talk to me, guys. Let me know which one are you guys seeing out there. Shout out to my guy Juice in the chat once again. See my guy sticking around. My guy is back in active. Gotta love it. Eddie B, free throw on its way. Eddie Cheese, good. 89-73. Let's see if Eddie can knock down another one. See if Eddie B can knock down another free throw. Free throw on its way from Eddie, and it is good. Yes, sir. 2 for 2 from the line. Knocks down both of his pennies. Mike Simmons with the rock, down 17. Can Mike pull a rabbit out of the hat? Mid-range shot. Oh my God, that was nasty, Mike. Norway Nightmare tried to close out as fast as possible, but Mike just even quicker with the release on that mid-range shot. And you gotta love it. Mike with 12 points on the night. Eddie B with 9 and 9. So both of these point guards are definitely doing what they're supposed to. Danny Ramsey, one-on-one defense, and he gets a stop. That's why I told you, can't give, can't say that Duke has been really killing him, because most of Duke has been taking advantage of coming off those screens and taking advantage of those plays that set up for him. And Eddie B picking up his 10th assist with that alley-oop right there to the Norway Nightmare. And this is what I love to see out of Eddie B. True floor general out there. Mike Simmons with the rock. Mike thought he got in, but no. Good defense. Lance Madsen with the block. JJ on the break. Eddie B, three-pointer. No good, but the Norway Nightmare with the offensive rebound. Dynamite steps in, and Dynamite knocks it down to put us up 20. Yes, sir. We finally get over the hump. It's still 7 minutes left. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I don't know, guys. I think we might be good in this one. Dante Anderson losing the ball, stumbling over his feet. Duke Spliff with a good defensive effort. Wallace Washington, mid-range shot, forces it. Great defense from Dynamite. On the break now, Dynamite with the rock. Dynamite surveying the floor, gets it to Eddie B. Eddie B trying to put a move on Mike, and Mike with the good defense, sending that home. He was not fooled by the move of Eddie B and swatted that thing out of there. Gotta love it. Shout out to my guy PV in the building. The kid from Croatia. Oh my God. Whoa. Oh, they called offensive basket interference? Oh my God. Whoa. What was that? Whoa. Oh my God. Did you guys see that? They called offensive basket interference, but oh my God, that was crazy. No points for Virtus. I know they're not happy about that one. And Duke Spliff going to the line for 2, but wow. Everybody's still in awe at what they just saw. That was crazy. I got to go on my phone and see that thing over. Whoa. That was insane, guys. What? Whoa. That was crazy, guys. Oh, they called goaltending, so that actually counted. That actually counted, guys. They called goaltending. Should have noticed the 2 points got added, but oh my God. Whew. What a dunk that was. Duke, second free throw good. A 20-point lead. Yes, sir. We are over that hump. 20-point game with 6 minutes left. And if Virtus doesn't have a run in them in a hurry, this game is over. Good defense by Duke. Ash with Duke's follow-up. Gets the rebound. Duke spins. Skip through that lane. Misses, but Madsen with the putback. And there it goes again. I'm telling you, our bigs are nothing to mess with. These guys clean up. These guys clean up, and that's really what I wanted. 2 big guys that could clean up and allow my guards and my small forward to boogie. And I couldn't be happier to have a better set. I mean, I couldn't be happier to have Ash and Lance Madsen as my bigs. I'm telling you, that duo isn't too flashy, but the proof is in the pudding. These guys get it done. We are 8-3 on the season, and we are looking like we're about to take a 1-0 lead here in the conference championship. Dwight Wilkins doesn't even want no parts of the interior. Elects to go for a fadeaway, but it is good. I thought I was going to say ew after that one, but he knocks down that tough shot. Eddie B with the rock. Eddie B to Duke Spliff. And Duke Spliff is headed to the line for 2. That was very tough. Chu saying no. And I would agree, man. The Select just playing tough defense, not allowing anything easy. If you notice in the paint, they've been fouling before they've been willing to give up an easy basket. And that's the effort we need on a nightly basis, man. We're here at home trying to, you know, get this thing done, trying to win this finals. Let's go. Second free throw on its way. Good. 101-79. Duke Spliff, 31 points on the night for the street ball legend in game 1 of the conference finals. Nice move right there from Wallace Washington Jr., who has 22 points himself in this one. And Wallace Washington Jr., man, this guy is a problem all season long. Last series, He's just been doing it. He actually got snubbed for the All-Star game, if I'm not mistaken. And I know that he wants to put on a show to prove that they got that wrong. Eddie B with the rock. Eddie spins, skip through that lane, almost a finish, but Eddie B is blocked. Good defense from Virtus. However, they're not able to corral it. Ash tries to get a midi going, but no good. Ramsey to Simmons. Simmons surveying the floor. Simmons, tough layup over Eddie, and Eddie has done a good job. We know that Mike is more than capable of dropping 30 on a nightly basis, but Eddie B has done a good job of keeping Mike on his toes, not giving Mike an inch, and Eddie trying to go back at Mike. But that one off the mark. I think Eddie's trying to get his double-double. Yes, he is. He has 9 points and about 11 assists. But Wallace Washington again. This guy, Wallace Washington, just so good. This guy is just super talented, taking it right to the select right now. They have no answer for Wallace Washington, but Virtus has no answer for the select offense as a whole. So until they can figure something out on defense, it's not going to matter what they're doing on offense as they trail here late in this game. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. Select up 18. Let's see if they can trim air ball. Ew. Oh my God, that was a disgusting shot from Ramsey. He didn't hit anything on that one. Duke Spliff skipping through, spin move, off the mark, but Lance Madsen with the putback. And I'm telling you, do not sleep on these bigs of the SBA Select. They are not the flashiest, but they get the job done. Mike Simmons trying to skip through that lane, gets it to Ramsey, who tries another three. And this time Ramsey, with that short-term memory, knocks down the three after airballing the last one on the last trip down. We cannot afford to give Virtus no late heroics. Give Duke the ball and let's make something happen. Duke gets caught up. Eddie B with the rock now. 5 seconds left. Mike trying to put on a defensive effort, but Eddie skipping through that lane. Pulled the ball over the head of Mike on his 1-2, and I love the move right there from the franchise to put us back up 19. But Wallace Washington, this guy Wallace Washington is a movie. 9 of 20 from the field, 26 points on the night. And Wallace Washington and Duke Spliff, really those guys for their team tonight. However, Duke had a little bit more help, and that is why it's going to lead to a victory for the Select. Duke trying to add to his scoring totals, but Danny Ramsey starting to clamp down now. Ramsey with another three-point opportunity, but it misses that one. Could have trimmed this lead. That might have been one to spark the final bit of hope that they had. But I think this one is long over. Duke Spliff with the rock. Let's see what we do here. Mike, what a steal. Oh my God, sloppy play, and Mike is going to get fouled. Mike showing some frustration. Eddie just shaking it off. It is what it is. Mike headed to the line for 2. A chance to make this a 15-point game. Do they have a shot, guys? Or is it GG's? First free throw good for Mike Simmons. If you think it's GG's in the chat, let me know. The drip god in the building. Mike, second free throw up. No good. I mean good, pardon me. 90 to 105. 15-point lead for the Select. Yes, sir, Eddie. Work that clock. Get a good play drawn. Let's get a good shot. Preferably something at the basket. Yes, sir, Duke. Force that foul. Ramsey can't guard you for too long. Ramsey has 5. And Duke Spliff showing the young all-star small forward that it is levels to this. Hashtag roll another one in the building. SBA community, hit that like button if you haven't already. Duke Spliff, first free throw on its way. Good. 106 to 90. MVP chance in the building for Duke Spliff. Can Duke Spliff win the MVP of this conference finals? We do have an MVP for the conference finals. It is just like the NBA now. We have an MVP for the conference finals. Oh, wait, this is not the SBA. This is the overseas tour. Pardon me, guys. Second free throw on its way from Duke. No good. And the MVP chance is going to come to a halt. But with a 16-point lead with 1 minute left, you got to think this is more than over. 14-point lead as Wallace Washington knocks that down. Wallace Washington has just been taking it right to us all game long. We had no answer for him. However, it didn't matter, and there goes Dynamite trying to get his piece of the pie, pointing to the ground, saying, "This is my house." Yes, Wallace Washington, the bigger guy, the older guy, took it right to the young Dynamite JJ Johnson. But Jason Johnson's going to come away with a win here. And Duke saying, "So you guys think we found the right playbook?" Yeah, we always knew this playbook was the one. I just wanted to, give Ash an opportunity to showcase his skills offensively. And we actually won the series. So, I ain't tripping. We actually swept them too. Wait, did we sweep them? Did we sweep them? I believe we did sweep them, yeah. But I'm definitely more comfortable with this book going forward, just to make sure, we secure what we came to secure. This was the book that we used all season long, and it got us to where it got us. So we're going to stick with the mode. And yes, sir, we swept the last guys. And we're looking to sweep these guys as we take Game 1. SBA Select takes Game 1. Wallace Washington Jr. cannot hold his head. He played outstanding. But there goes that man right there, the Auntie Slayer himself. Mr. Roll, another one. Duke Spliff, New Balance, player of the game. Yes, sir, Duke was locked in. Duke played at a poise, very poised. So much experience, man, from the veteran street baller. Really show guys that he was a legend in the street ball scene for a reason. And at 27 years of age, Duke Spliff, really in his prime here, guys. Really in his prime. Showing these young whippersnappers of the overseas series that he is very much so him. 27 years of age and just letting these guys have it. Duke Spliff, 32 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 turnover for the Auntie Slayer. 10 of 25 from the field. Decent shooting performance from the field. Terrific from the three-point line. 50% 3 for 6. 9 for 10 from the free throw line. So definitely did his thing from the penny counter. And then my guy, Ash Erickson. Here it goes. I told you, don't sleep on our big men. And here goes Ash Erickson and Lance Madsen combining for 29 rebounds. Ash, 15 points, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. 7 of 11 from the field. And Ash is just, like I said, just starting to transform right in front of our eyes. Really taking his game to the next level. And you gotta love what you're seeing from the Norway Nightmare. He puts the work in. And I know it's going to be the same when he gets to that pro level, playing against the top talent night in, night out. I just know he's going to put the work in on a nightly basis and get it done. So still waiting to see the decision on Ash on official declaration day. We'll love to keep him in SBA Select. But the guy is just a tremendous talent. JJ, Dynamite Johnson. Here goes JJ, 14 points. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 of 10 from the field, 4 of 5 from the three-point line. So even though Wallace Washington got the best of JJ in this matchup individually, JJ still did more than what we needed him to do. Only missed 1 3 from 5 attempts. That is beautiful. And didn't force things. Love when the young guys are forcing things and letting the game come to him. Eddie B, 11 and 11. Make a wish in the chat. because the franchise came to do it. And I love when Eddie B is just being a facilitator, because you know that he's capable of putting up baskets in a hurry. And this is just a true SBA select performance. All of the guys really strung it together. Eddie B, 11-11, 4 for 14, 0 for 3 from the three-point line. So not a good shooting night for Eddie B. But you know what the veteran did? He said, cool, I've been in this overseas game for a minute. Of course, he's the former point guard of Milano, who was replaced actually by the young, Psycho T, who also had a good season and led Milano to a, one-loss season. So, Eddie B, veteran, been around this game for a while, was at Milano for a while. I went and snagged him. He was in free agency after after a break due to some military things. I went and got him on a select, cleared him of those military obligations. And here we go, man. My guy Eddie B doing his thing on the grand stage. 8 points, 3 rebounds for Sheldon Woods. I'm not going to go too deep into these generics. But here you go. Yes, sir. So that's the stats for my stat guys. Had to give my stat guys they love. Wallace Washington, 28 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 10 of 21 from the field, 2 of 6 from the three-point line, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, knocked down all of his pennies, and this guy was electric all night, really giving Virtus that boost that they needed. And shout out to my guy Eddie B. This is another part of his game that we didn't speak about when I showed you his stats. But him and Michael Simmons didn't have the best shooting night. But I think Eddie B did a good job of, nerfing the abilities of Mike Simmons. And, even though Mike Simmons played a good defensive, game on Eddie B as well, Eddie, did enough in that playmaking, did more than Mike in that playmaking, round to get his team that win. So 5 of 19 from the field, 1 of 6 from the three-point line, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. And I like the effort from Mike here. Also like the effort from Danny Ramsey. The All-Star did his thing. Dwight Wilkins also did his thing. Vincent played pretty good. Dante Anderson, 6 points, 14 rebounds, 2 blocks. And this is why I said the guy plays big. He's a 6'9 center, but he plays big. 14 rebounds, 2 blocks. That's good. It's just tough down the stretch when you got 2 guys, one in Ash Erickson, 6'10", and another guy in Lance Madsen, who's 7 foot. So, yeah, man, it's just tough. It's just tough. But let's go look at these stats one more again before I show you guys highlights. And then we get out of here. Get my guy Duke Spliff. Highlights. That was a beautiful two-handed block right there. Great timing on that one for Duke. And Duke just played at a beautiful pace tonight. Even though he didn't shoot too crazy from the field, I didn't see too many forced shots. Like, it didn't look too forced, So I guess they were good misses. Misses in the flow of the game where didn't look ugly. So shout out to Duke, man. Really, we went back to that book that he was comfortable with, that got us to this 8-3 record, that won him Conference Player of the Year. And he answered the call. Also, Ash played tremendously well in this one. Like I said, we watched this guy offensive game grow right in front of us. And I just think I don't think it's was the game. I just think it's the confidence. He looks a lot more confident on the offensive end. And he's been putting the work in the gym, getting his player better, coming to all of the events. I don't think he missed any events. I think Ash might have missed one game. So, the guy definitely stacks his simulation coin and, grinds his players. So, get in that lab and grind y'all players if y'all want to do the same, man. This your boy Kamish Moolah, man, and it's been real. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm going to get the Virtus highlights as well after Eddie B. But we definitely been rocking and getting it done, man. The SBA Season 1 has been a movie so far. We already finished College Series 1 playlist on our channel. We're in the playoffs of Overseas Tour 1. We have the regular season playlist on the channel as well. Next up is high school, which is beginning on April 3rd. And yeah, next up is high school, which begins on April 3rd. And then from high school, we got the SBA season, man. Well, from high school, we got the combine, and then we have the SBA season, the combine, the draft, and the SBA season. So, a lot going on in this SBA world, man. There's gonna be a lot going on. The Moolah verse as a whole is expanding. 2K23 wrestling came on, so we just been cultivating some things and really building a structure of some things. We definitely gonna just keep that coming, man. So stay tuned for that. Also, stay tuned, man. Season 1 of the Moolah vs. Football League will be airing soon. I really want to be done with the whole first season before I drop it. So I think that is gonna be a treat for you guys as well. We did something a little different with just the way that's gonna look for you guys. So it's a lot coming soon, man. Stay tuned. Combine series as well, and it's gonna be fun to watch, man. Just gonna be fun to watch. Stay tuned. The Moolah verse has a lot to offer. And no matter what community or where, your creative strengths lie, man, we're going to have a lane for you. So be sure to tap in. Here goes the team stats. And appreciate you for watching, man. It's your boy, Commish Moolah. The select really killed them in every category, as you can see. Just a better effort. They wanted it more tonight. And Select is going to move on to 1-0 in its best of 5 conference championship series. But it's definitely been real, guys. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, sticking with me. It's your boy, Commish Moolah. Peace.